I mean, this year is a year of definitely, I mean, the theme for me is I've got two big words. One is clarity, and the other one is bold. So everything I do is being bolder. I'm going to be bold, which means like
Ah,
put
ah,
yourself out there. Be bold. Be the person that you are and don't hide it anymore. And let the world know who you are. And that's like being bold today. Like, the thing that you were like hesitant to do because you had that internal, like, I don't know if I can do it. Just do it.
so true, Lord. Let me just reiterate again, be bold, live life with no fear. 2024, if you have a baggage from 2023, leave it behind. But learn from the mistakes, learn from whatever happened. But today is the day. Now is the time. Just do it. Take that step. Hi, good morning. This is Vinny Chopra in Danville, California, and Beau Eckstein in Las Vegas. We've been great friends for so many years, and we are doing really special something, Vinny and Beau show that we air every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Please join us and share this episode with everybody that you come across. This year, in 2024, we are doing special things, and that is to crush it just like the word crush2024.com. Please join the movement. We want to do so many things to grow our businesses, to make us a better mentally, physically, everything, and making relationships the best, and earn twice, three times, four times your income in 2024 and make memories with your family and loved ones. Bo, how are you, brother? How is everything?
Fantastic. We're already, today that we're recording, it's already 5 days in the new year. And
Yeah.
instead of looking at your long-term goals, what have you accomplished in the last 5 days? That's the key. I'm looking at every day and saying, what did I accomplish today? Did I really do what I set out to do this year? Because I've actually dropped the ball on a few things that I've caught myself. So daily check-ins are very important. And
I am so happy you're
yeah,
saying that, Bo. To be truthful, in my office, I've taken a whole new look. I want to reinvent the whole system with the lighting, sound effects, all things are there. But you don't really minutely design everything for optimizing it. That's the key. This morning, I also changed all the remote controls batteries. I said, you know what? Why not? Do it all, and systematically do cleaning of my closet, making sure my wardrobe, I'm going to be, giving some clothes out, and, to people who can wear and all that. And also in the garage, making systems. Our home is set up. I didn't know that. It's hardwired all over. So I'm employing somebody to come and make my internet work all throughout the home. It's rather large. You were the one who helped me buy it, brother. Thank you. You represented, even though I'm a broker in California. Thank you so much. And then the other thing is sound systems. There are speakers all over. So this person who brought the installation last week. So again, I'm just saying systems, optimizing them is the key, So I've been really looking through my social medias and others, and looking through my VAs, looking through my, all the things we have done in 2023, what were good, bad, ugly, throw them out. Just like you said, Brendan Bouchard, you made a quote, you spoke on that. What was that? Leave a lot of things behind. What was that, brother?
oh yeah. So let me tell you one thing too. So I've been going through the book on Audible, and then I also went to their webinar. It was like $20 to go to like a webinar, but then they said, okay, well, if you want to do the 12-week program, 12-week year, you can get into this
Yeah,
course. And so I signed up for it. And I'm, like it's not cheap, it was $1,000, but $1,000 in the scheme of things is really not that much money. Like, here's the thing, like if
not at
you're
all.
out there, you need to invest in yourself. Like, I don't look at this as an expense.
Yeah,
I look at this as an investment. And my mom, I was talking to my
totally.
mom the other day. I was talking to my mom, and I was telling her how much I pay for coaching, right? Because I have a coach. She's like, I
Yeah,
can't believe you spend that much money. And I go, Mom, I don't spend that much money. I invest that much money.
yeah,
So there's a huge
yes.
different mindset shift. And so, anyways, I'm excited to go through their program. They've helped thousands of people, but I like it. They have a piece of software, and you enter in your weekly tasks. Then you're in a group of 30, and each week you meet for the first 6 weeks. So I'm just doing that as another
I love
reinforcement
it.
to just push like anything I can. First of all, systemize and optimize. Anything you make more
Yes,
efficient, you're going to do. So, like if you have your podcast set
so
up,
true.
if your podcast is right there, like right before I did join you here, Vinny, I shot an 8-minute
Mhm.
episode for my investor financing podcast.
Oh,
Right?
love
Like,
it. Love
why
it.
am I not sharing my knowledge with the world? And on this episode, I talked about what I do and how I can help people because I never really do that. And so now I'm just voicing out, and that became an episode. It's already been to the VAs. The VAs are already putting it in the queue to optimize and edit the video. And so, like, we can be this. Like, look, I can put out 5 pieces of content today like that. Okay, it's that easy, people. With the tools out there, Opus Pro to do reels, get a VA,
Yes,
get an editor. Like, there's no reason not to if you really want to grow. Like, for
sure.
example, like, I am so passionate that this year I'm actually doing a lot of outbound. See, I never do outbound marketing. I only do content creation,
Mhm.
which brings deals to me. Now I'm doing actually finding people that have SBA loans and I'm messaging them through LinkedIn, through email, through a postcard, right? Like how that's just supercharging your business. So whatever you're doing, reverse engineer what you want to accomplish and then how are you going to get there. And that's what I'm really focused on in this year. And that
I
will
love
blow
it.
up my business, blow it up. And
That's
plus I'm
amazing.
and
Huh?
get involved. Like I got involved with nobody knew me in our trade association for FBA, which is Franchise Brokers Association. Because I put
Yep.
myself out there, I attend the events. Now they're having me run a thing for them on Wednesdays, right? They're having me run this, and now everybody's going to know who I am. The more people that know you, it's going to lead to great things. So, how do you get more people to
Yeah.
know? Don't be a silent agent. Get out there, meet people, and that's what really gets me going. See, I'm fired up right now, and let's go into
I
questions.
love
I,
it.
I,
I
I
love
wrote some
you. Love you for
questions.
that. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Uh-huh.
going to fire with the first question today, Vinny. Vinny, in your journey, what
Okay.
has been the most impactful life lesson you've learned, and how has it shaped your approach to both personal and professional challenges?
Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Beau. And those of you who are watching us or listening to us, again, I'm Vinny Chopra. I came from India with $7 in my pocket, and I sold Bible books, encyclopedias door to door. I'm a mechanical engineer, and now I came to this country 40 some years back to do my MBA in marketing, and I sold books door to door, knocking on doors, 80 hours a week, 80 hours, 80, not 40. And the exciting thing is that I boxed my engineering into one box and became a salesperson, marketer, and then became fundraiser and so forth. And now I'm a syndicator, accomplished syndicator, entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. People call me. Written 3 books, top books on Amazon, international sellers. But the key thing I say is I've gone through so many ups and downs in life, like any entrepreneur. But the biggest thing I would say is the importance of perseverance. Perseverance and the resilience are the 2 words which come to my mind if I look back at it. I'm a very positive person, but I was not like that. I had to grow into it. I had to really work on mind shift and making sure that I do great goal setting. Dreams are dreams and dreams. A lot of us dream about a lot of things, but unless we put them down in writing and put deadlines to it, and then we give feedback each and every week or month and quarter like that, that's the key. So perseverance, I would say, brother, is number one. And also the importance of really really resilience. I think a lot of things have happened in my life, right? But you got to really keep those 2 in mind.
I love it. Thank you. Here's another question. As
Oh,
someone who
okay.
as someone
Mhm.
who's successfully gained traction in business, what are your top strategies for entrepreneurs looking to break through the noise and really get noticed in their market? Whether they're an
you know
aspiring
this is a
multifamily
very good
syndicator,
question,
a
actually.
loan broker, a real estate agent, you know, what are your top strategies for entrepreneurs
Surely,
looking to break through the noise and really get noticed in the market?
I would say I'm so glad, Bo. this last 6 months, 4 to 6 months have been really a trying time for you, me, everybody, and I'm sure people who are listening and watching us too. You got to pivot yourself. You got to differentiate yourself. So I think that will be the number one thing. I would say differentiate yourself, find the unique selling, proposition that sets you apart from your competition. That's big one. Identify what makes your business or product or service what you're giving. Why should people really be looking into and hearing you? The thing which I've really learned a lot, people don't want to know who you are. They want to know how you could solve their problem. So always start with the benefits you'll be giving them, and that will help them to start listening a little bit more and shorten them, the message to benefits in 1 2 3 points. The other thing, of course, network and collaborate. Big thing. You got to network on Zoom or otherwise. Leads should be coming in. Build a strong online presence. That's my third one. And I'm out there, but I want to be very content driven. This in 2024, I want to really publicize and go out there to give some nuggets so that when people watch me, listen to me, they are learning something that they can implement, not just fluff. And then continuously learn and adopt. I think everybody should really be investing into, like you just said, about having coach and mentorship groups and all that. That's a great investment because that's going to bring big dividends.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta, as
So
great as
true.
anybody
So
is,
true.
everybody needs a mentor. As great, there's
Yeah.
billionaires out there that have more money than God, and they have
Yeah.
mentors. And there's a reason for it. And part of my whole thing is really like getting clarity. My coach has really gotten me clarity. I think that's been the biggest takeaway from being coach. It's
Mhm.
really I really resolve my own clarity. He helps facilitate that. And then it's like, oh, okay. Like I'm going to say no to people now. I'm going to put up a wall for stress, and it's their stress, not my stress. I'm going
Yes.
to change my calendar so people can only schedule during this time. I'm going to hold people like my time is valuable. So when I schedule a 15-minute call, you get 15 minutes. I don't give them an hour anymore because, right, like I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
serve as many people as possible. It's
Love
not
it.
fair for somebody to take all my time. That means I can't help other people, and I want to help the masses. Let's roll into the other question here.
Hmm.
With so many potential directions in business and life, how do you? Oh, this is perfect. With so many potential directions in business and life, how do you identify and maintain focus on what's truly important? And what advice would you give to those struggling to find their focus?
I'm so glad. And Bo, you were just talking about clarifying. That has been the main thing. We write down a lot of goals and then we say, okay, you know what? Which one should I tackle first? And that comes by clarifying what's the outcome with the end in mind, like Stephen Covey talks about in Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Everybody should really read that book again because focus is power, which is good, but right focus is power. So my thinking in 2024 is not just focus, which I've been promoting a lot, but clarify. You brought that word to me a few months back, and I've been really concentrating and seeing, Vinny, take out the fluff, take out all this noise. You got to clarify your purpose, your goal, your success, what you want to accomplish in 2024. Write down those goals. It should be shorter goals, 3 goals or 4 goals. That's all on one page. I call it one page only. And then you, every day with your core systems, you prioritize. So clarify, focus, then prioritize, and then you got to say no, just like you said. You got to spend time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in your appointments, not 1 hour, where people are just, trying to tell you all these things which you're not going to help them in any way. So you're wasting their time and your time at the same time. So learn to say no and open your schedule. Open your schedule to appointments with the key people in your profession. That's what I'm going to concentrate on. You really be honing in and let people even fill out big questionnaires before they get to you. Why not? Because if they cannot take the time to fill out the questions which you're going to be asking them, then why should they go and get on your calendar? So I'm going to get better and better and better with that, because I want to help those who need help, and those investors, accredited investors. I'm starting that $75 million fund this week, strategic income fund. And that's first fund, maybe second and third. My goal is to raise lots of money, $100 million this year. And I know I can do it because there's so many investors in our database, and those who have gotten great returns, they want to put their money back in. We are selling assets, so we are returning money to them and bringing it back. The other thing I would say is eliminate distractions. See, we get stymied ourselves with so many distractions. We go to the office and we say, you know what, I want to accomplish this. Time management is so important in 2024. Time management, regularly reassessing and adjusting is my last one, to really make sure that evaluate your week, evaluate your Friday should be the day to evaluate your 4 days. Today should be the planning day. Friday, which we do our show, it should be planning day. Don't just run, and not really focus, prioritize, clarify, just like we are discussing. You will be amazed, everybody watching or listening to us, your productivity will skyrocket as you just take the time to do most important things every day. You don't want to do the things that assistants can do, and they will do much better than you. Give up control. That's the other thing which I'm reminding myself. Don't worry, Vinny. Don't worry. Just focus on the most important tasks every single day. The rest will take care of it.
Yeah, there's a common theme I see us in our shows we're doing, and if you're watching this, you'll see that we're actually coaching ourselves as we're coaching and putting out some
We are.
information to you. And so that's important too. It's important to put in the reps. We're putting in reps every single day, and we're fine tuning
Yes.
how we're lifting the weights, right? We're spending the best quality time lifting weights. We're filling ourselves with the right proteins so we get the most out of our workouts. And this is just for business, but it's kind of a metaphor. So if you see this is what we're doing, and like this is what I need every day. I'm reminding myself of the thing why I'm working so hard. I'm not.
Yeah.
What am I doing to work with really high impact and focus and the clarity? And by doing that, you're going to achieve the greater results. And it goes back to the 80-20 rule, where really we
Yeah.
make our money in that 20%. So why are we spending time in the 80? Let's spend as little time in the 80%. Let's focus on that 20%. And
Yes.
let's use technology and business process automations to get ourselves to the level of excellence that we want. Because if you're frustrated, which I've been frustrated in the past, it's because you're not playing at the right
We
excellence
all
level.
do. We all do,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing, there is never a straight line to success. I say that. There is never one direction that you go, but you got to actually, it's always zigzag, just like aeroplane when it takes up from New York, come to Los Angeles. It never goes in the least path, straight path. It just has to take care of the wind and other things and all these detours to get to the destination. And that's what we should look at 2024, that you're going to clarify, you're going to focus, and you're going to prioritize, and then you're going to delegate and take the distractions out and enjoy the process. If I may say that, Beau, the big thing is when you make fun of things, when this job is not a job for you, but to have fun, whether you're working 9 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, that you should be totally telling your mindset, you know what, I'm doing it for a very big purpose. And that is to make memories with my significant others and loved ones, for travel, for charities, for making great incomes, for savings, for building legacy, all those great things.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so true. I mean, this year is a year of definitely, the theme for me is I've got two big words. One is clarity and the other one is bold. So everything I do is being bolder. I'm going to be bold, which means like
Ah,
put
ah.
yourself out there. Be bold. Be the person that you are and don't hide it anymore. And let the world know who you are. And that's like being bold today. Like, the thing that you were like hesitant to do because you had that internal, like, I don't know if I can do it. Just do it, right? Like you want to reach out to somebody to get on their show because they have 1 million subscribers. And you're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to get on that show. Who cares? Go. I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was actually
Uh-huh.
Ryan Pineda podcast, and he interviewed this
Right,
guy who's got a
Banana? I
huge,
met him. Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
From Las Vegas, he came to our booth. I have pictures with him. Really great guy, guys. Please do follow Ryan. And he has very good show. I love his show. I listen to it podcast show, also, and he's done very well. And, maybe we will meet when I come to Las Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. So he interviewed this guy. I can't think of his name. I think the guy has like a podcast called Passionate something. Anyway, the guy
I see.
basically had no money, and he got dumped by his girlfriend, and he was a younger guy. And he was like,
Mhm.
like you feel like crap when you're young and you get dumped, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so his ex-girlfriend was like a huge Grant Cardone fan and all this stuff. So this kid didn't have a
Oh,
following at all. He didn't even have his podcast set up. And he, like his first couple interviews were like huge people like Grant Cardone. I can't remember the two other,
mhm.
like monster people. And he launched his podcast and had hundreds of thousands of views, like right off the bat. And he had nothing, and he had no business experience or anything. He would, so
Wow.
he tells a story how he heard that Grant Cardone was going to be at a restaurant with his wife. Like he heard in the background, Elena Cardone was talking about it, and like something Grant was on. And this guy drove like 2.5 hours and sat outside of a restaurant. And then when Grant
Oh,
finally came out of the restaurant, he went up to him and said, "Hey, Grant, I have a podcast. I'm a big fan. Would you be on my show?" And Grant goes, "You drove 2.5 hours and you sat out here for 2 hours just to ask me that?"
oh,
And Grant did his podcast. And this guy
oh.
now makes a boatload of money, probably from sponsorship, has hundreds of thousands of subscribers on his podcast.
Yes.
And like he didn't have anything. He was just that determined, right? He was that focused, and he
Wow.
just he had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and he just did it, right? So like even if you felt like, oh, I'm a little peon, I don't have a big following, and I'm asking this, Tony Robbins type of guy, who cares?
Hmm.
What's the worst that's going to happen? No. Like if you got to think, like I've not done things in my life because I was scared somebody would say no. As silly as that is, a
Yes.
lot of us do it. So let's not be scared. Let's not have those limiting beliefs, and let's just go do that. And if you stay focused on it, you will achieve what you want to achieve.
You'll accomplish
And
it. You'll
yeah, yeah.
accomplish it. It's amazing. Bo, thank you for sharing that story, brother. I've come across few people in my life. Like idea comes to my mind. And she actually did online training for Tony Robbins, and she drove 5 hours. Very similar situation. But then next day, no, she reached there when people were cleaning up the whole stadium in Texas. They were in somewhere there. And guess what? Or in Florida, sorry. And then what happened? No, maybe it was Texas. I apologize. But anyway, what happened was she talked to people. They were cleaning up and all that. She said, "Oh, what are you doing now?" She says, "No, I'm on the internet. I'll be tomorrow joining." And next day, she was outside the stadium looking on her laptop, and then the people who met her, hold on, night before said, "No, no, no, you deserve to be in." They took her to VIP section. She had bought only $199 for online, but then she got to talk to very influential people in the VIP section. So don't be bold. That's what this story is about. Be bold. Live your life with no fear. No fear. Gary Michaels, great friend of mine. We're going to be interviewing him, as you know, Beau, next week. And he and I have very good relationships because he was in my previous life in the fundraising company. And he's now done so great in another part of the company. The company I worked for when I started many, many years back, 40 years back, it was only two companies. When I left, we were 19 companies. And now the same company has 26 companies. What?
Mm.
And it's a privately held corporation. I retired in 2015. I don't talk about it too much about it, but it's not real estate related. That's why I don't talk about it. But I learned my skills from that company, being there, perseverance and resilience and speaking. And, by the way, talking about speaking, please join us at crush2024.com. We are interviewing great influencers in USA. As we speak, we have done it in December. We're going to be doing it in January also. You're going to love these clips, these hacks, these ideas that these influencers will be sharing with you so that you could be a better speaker, better entrepreneur, better person, mentally, physically, emotionally, and growing your business. So
Oh,
let's crush it together. Please
yeah.
join in this great movement, and we'll be dropping these videos one each day, and they'll be archived also into Go High Level. I'm putting them there, Beau. So we'll be able to give a link also, free link to everybody, so that they could go and watch these clips, and they'll be archived there for life, anyway.
I'm
So
going to tell
we are so
one final.
excited, both.
We are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to tell one final story real quick. This is another thing I heard on the podcast. So there's a company that
Yes.
makes chips. It's called Frito-Lay, and so there was a
Mm-hmm.
janitor
Oh,
that
yeah.
worked for Frito-Lay, which is it's multi-billion-dollar company. And so the
Yeah.
janitor every day was mopping floors, cleaning the office, and he liked Cheetos, the Cheetos, the chips, and
Yeah.
and he would put like some hot sauce on them. He added to them, and he would eat them like that. And so he
Uh-huh.
was trying to reach out to people at the company because he was just a janitor. Nobody paid attention to him. Hey,
Yep.
I'm adding this, whatever to make them hot, and it's really good. I think
Mm-hmm.
you guys should sell this. Everybody ignored him. He finally was super bold enough to reach out to the CEO, and after like 3 attempts, the CEO said, "Yeah, let's try it." Anyways, to this day now, that's the top selling product, hot Cheetos. And because the janitor was
Wow.
bold enough to keep on trying, he's now a multimillionaire, and he's the vice
Oh.
president of Frito-Lay. And the guy that was interviewed by Ryan Pineda, who I was telling you the story before, got
Mm-hmm.
to interview
Mm-hmm.
this guy. And this guy had Oprah Winfrey tried to interview this Cheeto guy, and she couldn't get him on. This guy was so persistent because he wanted to get the story out about the hot Cheetos. So just think about it, guys. It's
Uh-huh.
like, here's a janitor. If he would have just like not ever done that, his life would have been being a janitor. And instead, now he's like the VP. He's probably made millions of dollars because he went after
I
it.
love it.
So, I mean, that if that's not going to encourage you, I don't know what will. I mean, I'm just like, and I think the people that are stuck in the middle, they're like, well, I had some success, and they kind
Yes.
of like they they're the ones that won't push themselves, and they're okay in like the average, versus like
Yeah.
the immigrants that come here from India and other countries. Like they, hey, I lived in a 300 square foot apartment with 10 people. Like they have something to prove internally, right? Versus like the people that are
Totally.
kind of like middle class, they don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be uncomfortable. So middle class is going to disappear. So you better start getting uncomfortable. That's my advice to everybody. I'm definitely feeling that this year as my theme is like be uncomfortable, be bold, and get clarity, and you'll crush 2024.com.
So true, but let me just reiterate again, be bold, live life with no fear. 2024, if you have a baggage from 2023, leave it behind, but learn from the mistakes, learn from whatever happened. But today is the day. Now is the time. Just do it. Take that step. If you've been contemplating and thinking, I want to get some coach or mastermind group I want to join, I want to get better speaking and hand gestures and all, and how to really build your business out in the social media. Now is the time to do it. Just speak up loud in your signature. You should have your picture in there. I've had it for 45 years. My picture, Vinny Smile Chopra, everything, and then put links in there. Don't just send a picture or just a like, Vinny like that. I never say that. But now in the middle, I just saw an email. There were stories written, click, 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 click. Get yourself out there. What's your business? Speak loud about your business, and people will be flocking to you. I mean, just crush it. Just like we are saying, our whole theme is crush 2024, make your income double, triple, quadruple your income. Again, this episode, we do make it into podcasts, into reels and shorts and YouTube. So you'll be, watching all these different things, but take 1, 2, 3 ideas, implement it today.
Love it. So guys, go to crush2024.com. We've got tons of value there.
Yeah.
It's absolutely free. And, reach out to Vinny or I if we can be of assistance to you guys.
Totally. Thank you again. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
So happy to be on your show finally.
I'm a long-time fan, and I watch all your guys' content.
Awesome. We're very, very, very invested in our community.
It's wonderful to be here.
This is Vinny Chopra and also my good buddy, Beau, Eckstein. And we are so happy.
It's amazing what's going to happen. So, we've amped up to do the show, and we got a lot of hype about the guest today, so I'm excited.
I know. So excited to come live to you all. Live 9:30